program. We've seen people in Dallas witness this. We've seen people in Kerrville in Texas witness this as well. And really, it's been so emotional watching them and their reaction to something that seems to be life-changing.
You know what, my fingers are tingling here, I feel really excited, my heart's racing. That was such an incredible experience, that really was. It's my first total solar eclipse. You know, we had all of the nerves this morning with the weather, you know, trying to, patiently wait for the clouds to disperse. And then, I don't know, maybe about 5 minutes before totality, the sky is absolutely cleared. And yeah, it was absolutely incredible. Honestly, I'm buzzing, I really am.
I can hear it. I can hear it in your voice, the emotion. We've been speaking to reporters and guests here on the program who've witnessed it, and it really does sound like something that completely changes you in that moment, even though it's only a few minutes long. It is something so extraordinary to witness.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it did take me a little while to persuade my wife Karen to come all this way to Austin, Texas, to look at something for 4.5 minutes. But I think it's worked out really well. And you were just saying about having the bug, getting the bug and chasing the eclipses. I definitely would like to do that again. And again, there's another side to it as well. It's not obviously as an amateur astronomer, I'm really keen and interested in seeing these things. But I also enjoy sharing the moment with others. And I've got an amazing group of people who we've met up with here in Burnett in Texas. We're sharing a wonderful home with a lovely family and all of their friends. And if anything, the memories will not just be of me witnessing this moment, it'll also be the fantastic new friends I've made.
Yeah, Neil, we're so grateful that you've joined us when you've just had this very emotional experience. Thank you so much for being with us here. Let's take you now to Russellville, Arkansas, where nearly 300 couples are getting married together in this moment as they wait for the path of totality. So you can see there, 300 couples have gathered.
She looks like she needs to get married.
To someone who is officiating these marriages in Arkansas. Let's just have a little listen in.
What is this?
What? Cigarettes.
Oh, so now it's in Russellville, huh?
Arkansas.
Yeah, where is Arkansas? How much
Look in
miles?
the map. You'll be able to see the map in the bottom left of the telly.
How much miles is Arkansas?
Arkansas from where?
Here to Arkansas.
2,000?
Watching
Well, if it's travelling at 1,500 miles
live
an hour,
footage from Russellville in
it'll be in
Arkansas,
5
where
minutes.
300 couples have gathered to get married in this extremely special moment. They are in the path of totality, so they're currently experiencing day turning into darkness and witnessing that very special moment of total solar eclipse. And we will be speaking to someone who will be officiating the marriages, but you're watching live footage from Arkansas, also in the path of totality. Extraordinary moment for all of those couples who have decided to get married and add to their special day by doing it in such a magnificent way during the most spectacular show on Earth, where we get a sense of this extraordinary total solar eclipse that's moving across the United States, and tens of millions of people are in its path. Millions of others have made their way to the path of totality to be able to witness this once-in-a-lifetime event, although we have said that it will happen again in 21 years, but not the number of people who will be able to witness it in its path. Let's go to our correspondent now, Martha Kellner, who's at a watching party in Indianapolis where huge numbers of eclipse hunters have gathered. Martha, really good to see you. We've been watching this take place live in Texas and just now in Arkansas, where hundreds of couples have gathered to get married, and so many people there in Indianapolis are waiting for their big moment.
Yeah, we're around 10 minutes away now, Yalda, from the moment of totality. So that's when the moon passes in front of the sun, almost completely obscuring the sun for a moment. We will see a halo around the sun, but everyone very, very keen to make sure they've got the best possible view of that moment. I'm just going to put my safety glasses on now. You have to wear these right up until the moment of totality. I'm just looking up to check just how much of the sun remains. There's just a slight crescent that remains. We're so close to that moment of totality, and you can tell by the temperature. The temperature's dropped significantly, I'd say by at least 5 degrees. It's already getting darker here. So yeah, we're now probably under 10 minutes away from that moment of total eclipse. I'm just going to bring in now astronaut Mark Polanski. You've been to the International Space Station 3 times. You can't remember witnessing a total solar eclipse on Earth, though.
No, I actually can't remember doing that live, but this is a pretty exciting time today for sure.
What can people expect to see? Because it will be around 3 minutes and 50 seconds here in Indianapolis that will be an almost total darkness.
Absolutely, and so first off, I mean, people already are experiencing the fact that it's getting a little bit more like dusk than it was in the middle of the day for this time here in Indianapolis, and it's already starting to cool off a little bit because we're not feeling the heat from the sun. And so when we do get the total eclipse, it'll be that the moon is at just the right orbit and the Earth is in just the right orbit around the sun, that the moon will completely block all the light coming from the sun with some exception. And so it'll be truly amazing, nighttime in the middle of the day.
It really does feel quite eerie, doesn't it?
It does, but it's just an amazing thing, and obviously it happens so rarely. It doesn't happen all over the planet at the same time, which is why you have so many people here that have come out, some who've traveled thousands of miles just to be here for this event.
Just to explain what our viewers are seeing at home at the places that have already experienced this moment of totality, there is a ring that's visible around the sun still. What is that ring?
So basically, you know, the sun has what they call the corona, which extends way beyond the surface of the sun, because the sun is a big star, which is like a big nuclear reactor. And so there's tremendous amounts of light that extends beyond the actual surface of the sun. So when the moon blocks it, you feel some of that almost like a little halo ring around it, which is why it's really important that everybody has their safety goggles, because without the safety protection for your eyes, you can still damage it. The light is still very, very damaging to the eyes.
And the only time I understand, Mark, that you can take the goggles off is during that 3 minutes, 50 seconds, the period of totality. You can remove your goggles?
And I would not. I don't think I've heard that. I think that you should always be wearing protective eyewear when you're staring there, because first off, you can't really tell if you're in the middle of it or not, and nobody wants to take a chance. Your eyes, your pupils dilate, they open up a little bit, because it's like at nighttime you need to take in more light, so your eyes do that, but then you'll get some of the radiation from the sun.
And just to reflect on the crowd here, around 50,000 people, lots of children here too. How key are experiences like this in bringing children into sort of the scientific community and arousing their excitement around space?
Yeah, Martha, that's exactly kind of what really excites me, is the fact that something like this, people don't even necessarily know that it's science that's bringing all this together. And so if we can get a whole lot of young people around the world interested in things, they're going to become, I think, our leaders of tomorrow, who can go ahead and help us and help the planet with a lot of the problems that we have. So I think events like this really bring an awareness to science and technology.
Yeah. And Mark, I was just wondering, when will the next total solar eclipse in the United States be?
You know, I don't know for sure. I know that I've heard that here in this particular area, it will be well over 100 years before Indianapolis would see another one of those.
Yeah, that's Brilliant. Thank you ever so much, Mark, for your time. We'll be back with you in just a second. I'm just going to try and speak to some people who are waiting for this eclipse to happen. Mark, we're from Sky News, British Television. How excited are you for the moment of totality? Very close now.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I mean, it's like once in a lifetime kind of opportunity, you know, to be able to be so close, to just be easily traveled here, you know. A lot of people are coming from all over, but yeah, it's exciting.
Have you ever seen a total solar eclipse before?
No, I've not.
And already we're, you know, feeling the temperature, aren't we? You can see the skies have already darkened. And when you put those goggles on, for people who aren't lucky enough to be here, can you explain what you're seeing, what the sun now looks like?
Kind of looks like an orange in the sky. Yeah, there's color, you know, slowly, little by little. But, you know, yeah, but all you can see is the sun. That's the only thing you can see. Everything else is
And it's almost just a slither that remains,
Yes.
isn't it?
At this point, yeah, it is.
And where have you travelled from today?
I am from Purdue, so I live in West Lafayette. It's about an hour now from here. Yeah.
Brilliant, thank you very much. Thank you. Just come back in here. So everyone very excited, without a matter of minutes away from this total solar eclipse. I was saying earlier, Yalda, to you that 32 million people live in the path of totality. So the path where the sun will be completely obscured by the moon for between 1 and 4 minutes in some places. A spectacular sight that many people will only see once in their lifetime, a really special opportunity. I'm just going to bring Mark Polanski, astronaut, back in with me here. Mark, how special will this moment be for many of these people? As you were saying, 129 years before the city of Indianapolis will ever see this again.
I think you said it best, which is I think there are many people who will be seeing this for the very first time and perhaps will never see something like this again in their lifetime. Certainly not a total solar eclipse like this. And I think what's really amazing is it's almost like a sporting event where you get this shared experience. Everybody's rooting for the same team. So the home team here is the solar eclipse, and everybody's going to be doing that, and to kind of get to feel that excitement with everybody around you really will enhance it for I think, not just for them, but for myself as well.
And you can see in the crowd behind, most people, if not all of them, have got these protective safety glasses. They're currently looking up at the sun. I just saw you put your glasses on.
Yeah.
What are you seeing right now? How much of the sun remains?
I mean, it looks like there's not a lot remaining, and it's going to be getting even darker. And just from the time we've been here speaking to each other, I can already feel that it's a lot less light and a lot less heat, and we're getting closer, and you could already hear some of the people hollering as they're getting even closer.
It does feel really exciting, doesn't it? Because, I mean, this arena opened up around 5 hours ago. I've been with people all day, but the anticipation's sort of been building, and that moment of totality is what everyone's waiting for.
That's true, and to me what I find really encouraging is how many children are here today. I mean, in the United States, it's a Monday, it's a school day. I do know that a lot of the schools, for different reasons, decided to go ahead and shut down so that kids could go ahead and get a chance to experience this, which I think is a wonderful thing. It's a great family event.
As well as being this incredible spectacle, and it really is sort of awe-inspiring, isn't it, watching all these people just watching the sun. It also brings up key opportunities for the scientific community, doesn't it? I was speaking to a scientist earlier who was saying that studies are conducted in forests which, you know, for this 4 minutes suddenly go dark in the middle of the day, almost shocking the plants into different sort of photosynthesis schedules. Do you know much about that, and what sort of scientific experiments are taking place in this moment of totality?
Well, I certainly know that there will be a lot of that, and there are also how animals will go ahead and react, because, you know, creatures, we run off of our circadian rhythm. As humans, we certainly are more in tune with the idea that we're more alert and awake during daylight and less so in darkness. And so it'll be really interesting with plants and animals to go ahead and see, now that we have this quote-unquote artificial darkness in the middle of the day, will that affect them? We also get to go ahead and do a lot of studies of the sun itself, because as we know, with global warming and other things, we can go ahead and experience what's going on, and we need to learn about what's going on with the sun so that we can go ahead and better prepare ourselves to survive on this planet.
brilliant. Thank you very much. Astronaut Mark Polanski there explaining what will happen during this moment of totality. And Yalda, I've never